Alright, this is Tom from anti-proton.com, and this right here is a short video that won't be short because nothing I ever do is short. This is a video log, a vlog thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start doing these every couple of days. I think they'll be therapeutic, and also it'll give me a chance to vent about a lot of stuff, which would be therapeutic, which would be exactly what I just said a second ago, but reiterated. That's okay though. So the point of this whole thing is it's going to be unscripted. I don't mean like that anti-PC stuff where I like get on here and say the most hateful, terrible stuff and they go, oh, I'm not PC. No, I'm not going to be like a complete moron, but I mean it's not going to be like scripted. So it'll be impromptu, ad-lib, etc. Anyhow, the point is I had 2 videos up in the works that before, and what happened is my computer tanked a bit, and when I say a bit, I'll explain it was pretty bad. So I'm going to start doing this because, like, what else am I supposed to do? I can't do any videos. Like, my little backup laptop, it tried the first edition of this video, and it, like, tried to work it, and it was like, dying the entire time. It was like, roast, 100% CPU power. But Windows Live Movie Maker turns out to be better than PowerDirector 10. But then again, I once saw a dead animal in the street that was actually better at editing videos than PowerDirector 10. The funny part about PowerDirector 10 is I got it, like it was having all these problems and it wasn't working right and everything. So I contacted the company, who makes it? It'll pop up in my mind in a second. And I was like, oh, I got all these problems. I gave them all the technical stuff. And what did they do? They did what every company always does. Oh, it pisses me off so much. It's your system. It's not up to par. It doesn't have the right specs. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I guess I didn't get my first computer in 1986 and I have, like, you know, a degree in the subject and do it for a living or anything. Gee, I didn't think about that. So anyway, I knew that was a BS answer, but what was I supposed to do? So I got this new $2,000 gaming system, 16 gigs of RAM, water-cooled i7 processors, SSDs, all this crazy shit. Started it up, got it all ready to rock and roll, put PowerDirector on. And the first damn things I did was stick PowerDirector on that system and ran it. Brand new Windows install, every single thing up to date, fastest system I could get my hands on, $2,000 system, still rendered videos like crap. PowerDirector 10. By the way, don't buy computers from CyberPower CD, I'll tell you that too. I bought 2 of them, 2 of those systems I just mentioned, $4,000 down the drain, they're just total crap. So anyway, while we wait for me to fix my computer, we're going to do this. Now what happened is the liquid cooler, y'all ever heard of liquid coolers? So basically you have a little tiny copper piece that sticks over top of the processor, and our processors produce huge amounts of heat as they run, you know, like all those watts of power. The heat's got to go someplace. So it goes into the copper, right? Copper, like, sucks the heat right into it. Has a high effusivity for heat. Sucks it right in. And there's like a tube that goes in, and then it shoots water in, and that goes through little channels, and then comes out another tube. So like water's going in, water's coming out, and thermodynamics is working the way it does, you know? And the water goes to a copper radiator and moves through just like your car, and then comes back out with a little pump gizmo, and air blows through to cool it down. So like heat goes in a radiator, gets blown away from fan, cool water goes back, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And that's where babies come from. So anyway, that thing's cool until all of a sudden it stops working. Take a guess what happens about 3 seconds later. You get something I'd like to call Fukushima, or Chernobyl if you like. And basically you get a core meltdown. Now the core meltdown, yeah, no, it's not a reactor. If it were a reactor, we could use the scintillator here to measure the radiation, but it's not, it's a computer CPU, it doesn't have radiation. Well, it has electromagnetic radiation, but you know what I'm talking about. Oh God, please don't get me into a definition of that. So basically you know, honestly, I hate getting into explanations about radiation with people because they try to get into fights with you. Did you know most people don't know the difference between a gamma ray and an X-ray? I usually require that people, if you want to say like, I heard something, that's cool. I think that maybe, that's cool too. But when you're like, you're wrong. You're totally wrong. You know what you're talking about. That's cool. Define X-ray and define gamma ray and the difference between the 2 of them. If you can't do that adequately, then you don't get to speak. And by the way, it's not the energy. Oh God, please don't say it. It's the energy between them. Gamma rays are more energetic than X-rays. That's not true. It's typically the case, but it's not actually true. It would be kind of like saying that, cars are always smaller than trucks. But if you could find an example of a truck that's small and a car that's really big and put them next to one another and the car is a little bit bigger, then it doesn't work out. So it's not, it's a false, you know, it's a false, oh hell, I can't remember the exact logical fallacy. It's been a long day, okay? So anyway, get away from all that, get away from all that. So the CPU itself like overheated and it shut off, thermal shut off at 100 Celsius. Oh my freaking god, 100 Celsius. So I need to get a new one. The new one's in the mail. I'm going to get it really soon. I have a laptop in there, which isn't doing very well. This is like a backup room. It's a nice place. It's out of the way. It doesn't have fruit flies. Oh god, no. There goes one. Little sucker. Fruit flies. I have fruit fly invasion. You're like, but Tom, don't you have a fruit fly invasion like once every 3 months? Yes. Why do I have a fruit fly invasion once every 3 months? Well, because apparently I'm a loser. No, the reason I have a fruit fly invasion every 3 months is because, like, I eat, like, fresh fruits and vegetables like crazy, and I always have them sitting out and stuff. I don't mean, like, rotting on the floor. I mean, but, like, you know, I got, like, a bowl of them or something, and I get the fruit flies, and they're all over the place, and I can never seem to get rid of them. So that's why every video you'll ever see of me, I'm always bitching about fruit flies. They come, they go, they come, they go. So anyhow, that's really, really, really annoying. But I'm thinking about getting a new laptop, one that's really small and kind of convenient to move around in, and I can do some of my videos and everything like that, and it'd be really, really, really neat. Now, now you all know I have Tourette's, right? That's why I'm like a little bit different than normal, different from normal to be linguistically correct. But I also have another interesting problem, because I have so many problems. I have like ADHD-like symptoms. I do weird stuff that I don't even know how to explain. I have ASMR. That's the thing where you like hear sounds that are pleasurable to you, and like you're just sitting there drooling, like listening to somebody like fidget through paper or something weird like that that shouldn't affect you in that way because your brain's like freaking miswired like mine. And if you don't know what ASMR is, go out on the internet and then look up whisper videos, and you'll see there's actually a shit ton of us. I mean, like statistically speaking, there's only probably a few of us, but there's still a shit ton of us. And remember, like 1% of 7 billion is still like a lot. But I have the other. I have ASMR. Oh, thank God I have ASMR. It's the most wonderful thing ever. But I have the other one too, which is called misophonia. Remember, like misogyny is misogyny. It's misogyno. You know, it's against women. Well, this one works kind of the same way. It's misophonia, so against like sound or bad sound, if you like. I can't remember the prefix, the Greek prefix miso, what it specifically exactly refers to. I know what it means contextually. I can't remember the exact meaning. Oh god, I can't believe I forgot the meaning of a word that in a different language. Now I feel really stupid. It makes me feel stupid, but not really. So here's the deal. I have misophonia. Misophonia is a scenario where you hear certain sounds. Like this sound doesn't bother me. But like if I were one of the people that has that particular type of misophonia, hearing this would be like, ah, the pain. It would be like scratching fingernails across a chalkboard. Or doing the fork thing like that, you know, fork against a plate and you're like screaming. It's like that kind of. But for me, it's rhythmic, rhythmic doo-wop, type music that has snapping accompanying it. I would just about rather take pencils and shove them through my ears so I don't have to hear. I have walked out of stores before because they won't cut the freaking music off. I lose my damn shit if I hear it. And it generates rage in you. I'm just overwhelming amounts. That's misophonia, by the way. Go look it up if you don't believe me. You hear my cat? He's outside. He's all like, meow, meow. Meow. He wants to get in here really badly. So I got this new mouse, because another sound that bothers me and drives me insane. If you don't have the problems that I have, don't get on there and start saying like, oh, I don't understand why you got these problems. No, drop to your freaking knees and be all like, thank you, whatever fairy magic exists beyond this world, that I don't have these problems, because they suck. You have no idea. So I bought this guy right here. This is called a Schrocker. And Schrocker is a mouse, and listen, hear that? No you don't, because there's no sound. And that's why I like it, that's why I bought it. It doesn't make any sound, and that's the whole point. I love it, it makes no sound, because I can't stand the sound of mouse clicking, which is why it's great that I work at IT and do programming for a living. Isn't that wonderful? It's like a fireman who hates... Fruit fly. It's like a fireman that hates fire. It's like a musician that hates sound and song and stuff. And it's very, very, very annoying. So, I have no idea why I just did that. I'm having a very Tourette's-ridden day right this moment. Y'all know I don't normally do these sorts of things. But anyway, so I'm going to hold this box behind here to see if I see the little red light. I'm not actually sure. Well, let's find out if we're still recording or not. Let's look behind here. We are still recording. Let's pause. We'll start again. This camera's beautiful, but like it records for 10 minutes at a time. And I never can tell when it's like about to end. And I don't really want it to like end, and then all of a sudden I'll be stuck here screwed. Like the last video I did, I went on talking for like 20 minutes. So I'm trying to make this one quicker too. I'm getting, if you know I do photography, well, there's a camera right here. I do photography. For example, I have an 8mm fisheye lens on there right this moment. It's a Rokinon 8mm 167 degrees field of view, which is why it looks like this when I get right up on it. And I love photography. I used to do photography when I was much younger. So now I'm back doing it again. That's why I have this lens on here. By the way, it has poor focus for like up close. So you notice it's kind of out of focus a little bit. But the point of it's to be wide angle. If I had my like good one, like if I had a better lens on, like this guy right here, then it would be a nice sharp focus and everything like that. So sorry. So here's an old camera I got from like long ago. And basically put... Now, I had this thing doing this a minute ago, and it was weird. Like, I don't know what the problem is, but anyway. So basically put this camera is an old one. Dude, come on, do that thing you do again. Where you like start working again. Well, basically put this is one of my first cameras. It's not my first camera, but it's my first like DSL, oh not DSL, yes, this is a DSLR. This is my first single lens reflex camera. Single lens reflexes, I'm thinking about EOSs that you grab here. There it goes. And it should click in just a second. It's the timer. Single lens reflexes have a lens, and the lens that's inside of it makes everything work. Let me try to show you the way it works. See? And that makes the film exposed. I'm thinking about buying some film, cleaning this old camera. I loved this thing. I used to use it years ago. And it jams. And I'm going to see if I can do some photography of the stars with it. Because you know I do stellar photography, astrophotography with my cameras and telescopes and stuff. But what could I do with one of these old cameras and then develop that shit? Like, be all afraid and take 24 photos and then mail it off and wait like a week and maybe it comes back okay, maybe it's shit. And that'll be really neat, kind of like a, you know, kind of a little spooky thing. It'd be like a first date sort of thing again, you know. And that'd be kind of neat. I wanted to talk about a book that I liked, because this is like the whole point of the video log. It's just completely fucking random. So basically put, this is a book I like. Now this is fair freaking use. It's when I show you something and I'm not taking like credit for it, I'm not getting money for it. This is fair freaking use. So basically put, here is the cover. I don't know what's the optimal focus for this, so I will move it back and forth and then let you look at it that way. Yay! So this is a book that I have right here. I shouldn't say that I have, it's not my book. This is Greg Spry's book. Greg Spry, different person. And it's called Beyond Cloud 9, and it is awesome. And it has a secondary book that comes with it, another book in the series called, what's it called? I'm trying to get it to show the cover. It's called Beyond Horizon. There's the other one. Beyond Horizon. And if I had my computer, I would have just like put those right over the, God, that was loud, right over the screen for you. But I don't, so, you know, whatever. And basically put what it boils down to. Okay, so we're still recording. I was just thinking how light in front. That would be really freaking useful so I could tell it was recording. So basically put, the reason I like that series is it takes place in the far future, not really that far, a couple hundred years. And I'm not going to give away anything because I'm like, you know, not stupid. I'm not going to really give away anything. But I like the way he does science. He does science correctly. First off, there's no freaking sound in space. Second off, why is it in Star Trek and Star Wars, all those shows, oh my god, Star Trek is by far the worst. The interface between people and systems are like just crap. So how does the Enterprise? This is the Enterprise 1701D, 1017 people. It can go warp 9.957. Oh my god, it's like this huge starship. It's the best of the best. Shut up, man. He's outside talking to me. And yet, here's how it shoots the phasers. Bad guys approaching. What's it do? 1017 people on that ship. How does it take care of that problem? Worf. Yep, Worf, the dude with the shit in his head. Worf, the Klingon, sits up here on the top. calculating isosceles triangle, dividing by pi, calculating the sine of the cotangent. He like calculates the exact shot, which takes him 40 years. Then he like fires the phasers, which always miss. Why don't they use the photon torpedoes? If I were the captain, I would be like, just lay in. You have 80 photon torpedoes in that damn thing. There's 80 photon torpedoes in that thing. Fire all 80 of them, like not at the same time. There's not enough launchers, but just keep pumping them motherfuckers out as fast as you can. Blow that sucker to pieces. But no, they sit there and calculate and shoot with one phaser. Why do they do it that way? Why? I mean, at least in Star Wars, they have the weapon systems are split up and there's like people controlling them all over the place, and some of them may be computer controlled, I'm not sure. What it should be is everything should be computer controlled. Just like in the new Star Trek film that came out, there should be point defense, multiple layers of shielding. People should have stuff built into their vision, like augmented reality. My eye's itching. I must have augmented reality. So basically put like you would see screens in your eyes and stuff like that, nanites throughout your body. And like if you took something that's electronic and dropped it and it broke, like not broke in pieces, but broke some inside, it should be able to automatically repair itself in a short time with nanites and stuff. That's the way things should be. Hell, we're on the cusp of that technology right now, but you never see that inside of movies and stuff. You just see like, oh, look, the phaser's broken. I guess we'll have to have an entire episode where we repair it. And so that's why I really, really like that series. And if you really like that series, like if you like Honor Harrington at all, if you like any of the Webb's books, like Honor Harrington's probably the best, which is a wonderful series. You like that kind of space opera, space drama, space battle, like military, sort of Tom Clancy in space, I would get that series whatsoever. And you can follow around Davis as she flies around in her spacecraft blowing shit up and doing really amazing stuff. And I love the way they describe the fourth dimension. Are we still recording? We are still recording. Still recording? Still recording. But anyway, so that's what's been happening with me. I hope you are liking this lens. I get a kick out of this thing. It's so much fun. Now look at the shirt. What do you think? I want to know everybody's... Oh, God. Oh, I'm old now. It hurts when I get up. Oh, when did that change? Actually, I think I was at like 22 or 23 when that changed, so I'm really not that old, but whatever. Look, see the shirt? This is Ember, who is the character from my book series. Yeah, fine, whatever. It sounds like I'm peddling my book. But honestly, why the hell shouldn't I? But no, this isn't my official peddling my book and annoying the crap out of you channel. I have a different channel for peddling my book and like annoying the crap out of people. But here she is. Yay, look at this shirt. Now, the typography is crap. I did this. That's why it's crap. And this, look at the kerning. Look at the kerning right there. The letters are stuck together. But it says Ember of New World. It says I love prehistory, and it has Ember, who's linear pottery culture resident from around 5,000, depending on what time in the book series, around 5,500 BCE. And the other woman that walks around with her all the time, Brigda, is from basically really late Mesolithic, if not almost pre-Neolithic, proto-Neolithic, if you like, Britain. So good book series. But I'm going to put out some of these shirts. They're not for sale right now, but soon I'm going to put them out for sale, as well as some science ones. I see people like them. I had a really talented artist who made the picture for this. It's what I have on my book cover, and I paid for the rights to be allowed to do shirts and stuff like that. Never steal art. Pay people for art. Don't tell them that like the credit will be your payment. No. Money will be your payment. You pay artists, because artists work really hard and do art stuff. Things that people like me who draw like stick figures can't do. Always pay the artist. So anyway, now I've like given you such a spiel, I guess I'm just about done. Are we still recording? I've got to figure out a better way. Maybe if I put a mirror behind me, that I would be like, oh, it stopped recording. I must reactivate the recording device. And if I did it like Worf, it would be like this, calculating the sine of the cotangent, and then I would like try to hit the button with my finger and miss. And then the whole thing would explode, because every single console in Star Trek has like a 480 volt power line going underneath it for some unknown reason. Why did they do that? Why do all consoles blow up and everybody's like exploding and like the ceiling falls in? Why the hell does that happen? The ceilings fall in on the Enterprise. I mean, I love Star Trek. Oh my God, I've been on national TV talking about Star Trek before. I love Star Trek, but why do they do that? Why? And I mean, Star Wars has its own problems. Why? If you look at the technical manuals, there's like, I don't remember the numbers, and of course I'm going to quote a number now, and every Star Wars person is just going to like unload on me. But I think it's like what is it, like 30,000 people or something like that on the freaking Star Destroyers? I love Star Destroyers. Why do they need thousands of people? Why? I know it's all drama and cool, and if they're soldiers, that's one thing, but I'm talking like the people that like steer the damn thing and make it work. Why do you need so many people? You're in the 80 trillionth century. Oh my god, there's no computers anywhere? Whine, complain. So anyway, done bitching, I gotta be all manly about it. But not really though. I like to complain, and if you didn't like to complain, you would be freaking listening now, so don't even get on there and start complaining that like, he whines too much. Then why did you get this far? Anyway, I've got all these things in this room, like this kitty litter pan. This room is full of like cat stuff that we give out to like cat shelters. Here, see? Cat stuff. Cats. Because cats like to have cat shelter stuff. Because cats are people too. But not really. They're actually cats. They're not people. But they are. Anyhow, this has been Tom from anti-proton.com. As you can definitely see and tell, my my video log thing is not like my science videos. And you can follow me on Twitter if you like too. I'm just as freaking zany there as I am here, except I get all political on Twitter. If you don't like to talk about politics, don't get on my Twitter feed, because I will get on there and lay out, like, just go crazy with politics. I don't mention politics here. Yeah. And, well, I'll make one mention. I am so upset with this election. It's frightening as hell in November. Oh, God, help us all. But other than that, and the horror that will come up at that time, this is... are we still recording? We're still recording. This has been Tom from anti-proton.com, and I'm going to go have a beer.